Hey everyone, this is Deborah Anderson, the Black Woman Animator, coming back to you with another video. This video is going to be about why I personally feel that I cannot be the best artist that I can be at this moment in my life. It's not like a forever thing, but if you follow me on social media, whether that's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you really have no concept of everything that I do, because I purposely keep all my artist and speaking stuff on my Black Woman Animator, and I don't really discuss all the other things that I'm involved in. So it just looks like I'm an artist from my Facebook page and my Instagram page, but I'm actually much more. And so I feel like usually as an animation professional or someone that's interested in an animation, you really are gung-ho about it and you spend all of this time in your free time trying to get better and working on your craft and all that stuff. And so for me currently, I'm not able to do that, and that's because of what I'm involved in. So I'm involved in a lot of things, but I am on a charter school board. So in New Orleans, we are, the recovery school district, which is kind of phasing away. We're the only school district in America that is 100% charter. And so I'm on the advocates board for New Orleans Charter Science and Math High School, also known as Sci-High. And so I do that, and then I'm on the Contemporary Art Center's Audience Advisory Committee, and so that's a committee where they allow us to go to different events throughout the year and help them be able to bring more people of color to the CAC, because sometimes the art world is very white. And then another thing that I do, which is the biggest portion of why I don't have time to work on my craft, is that this year I became the president of the Urban League of Louisiana Young Professionals Greater New Orleans chapter. And so the National Urban League is a national organization, very old organization in America, and they have young professional chapters all across the country. And I've been involved with my chapter since 2011. Like, I originally joined in 2009, but then I went to Korea, and when I came back in 2011, I got reactivated. And so I was on the professional development committee. I was recording secretary for 3 years, and then I took a year off, and then I was social and cultural chair last year, and now I am the president. And so being the president of an organization, especially as a volunteer, is like having another full-time job. And when you combine that with the fact that I commute to Baton Rouge, which is almost 200-mile commute every day, like, I don't really have a lot of time. And so even creating these videos is squeezing something in that I'm very passionate about, and as far as my career as an animation professional. So I feel like I am very different in that way. Not that there aren't any other animation professionals giving back to their community, but sometimes it's very targeted into animation, where you're teaching people animation or just speaking about animation. And like, for me personally, 70% of my time outside of work is like a combination of speaking to people about animation and stuff like that, but mostly it's a social action. And so I feel like that makes me pretty interesting, and then that makes my time interesting when I try to go even further and apply to different leadership programs. And this is only my theory. I really don't know why I'm not successful. I mean, like in New Orleans, who you know is very important, so that's part of it. But I feel like some of the leadership programs I apply to, if you're a lawyer or a financial professional, or you're just a community activist and all that type of stuff, it makes so much sense why you want to apply to these different things. But when you're an animator, it's just like, why do you want to be a part of this. And so I don't think they see the vision of allowing me to be a part of certain programs. But luckily I have been able to kind of infiltrate a few. So there's a organization called the Young Leadership Council, and I've been a part of their leadership development series. The New Orleans Business Association, also known as NOLABA, I've been a part of their inaugural ambassadorship program. The Urban League of Louisiana, our auxiliary down here has a Urban Leaders for Equity and Diversity, ULEAD, and so that's trying to get more minorities on charter school boards, and that's pretty much my pathway to becoming a member of a charter school board. And so I did that, and then I'm currently a 504 ambassador, which 504 is a organization that just tries to get more young professionals plugged into New Orleans, get more of the people who are from here to move back and stuff like that. So I'm like that, and that's a current position that I hold right now. And so, like, I could be an awesome 3D modeler right now, but I feel like the way I show love is trying to make my community better and trying to give of myself. And so I really kind of put my personal things on the back burner in order to help other people. I'm not sure if it's always seen like that or people kind of understand that, but I mean, I'm the type of person where when you really get to know me, like for like my father and a previous boyfriend, if they would give me money for my birthday, they would have to explicitly say, do not spend this on us, because I'm the type of person where you give me money on my birthday and I spend it on you. So I don't know, I don't really know why I'm like that, and I really have no clue where this kind of social action thing comes from, because as a senior in high school we were required to do volunteer hours for graduation, and I kind of BS'd my way through that and they'll let me, my involvement on the robotics team was kind of a way that I fulfilled that requirement, which was not really, I mean, it was a club, but it wasn't really volunteer. So I really didn't want to do volunteer work at that point. So this transformation into like most of my life being volunteer is an interesting journey. I'm sure I'll figure it. I'm sure I'll have like a light bulb moment 10 years from now, like, oh, that's why. So, but yeah, that's pretty much the reason I'm not able to do a lot of projects. Like, I have a lot of ideas for animation projects to do, and I have skill sets that I need to build in order to accomplish these projects. But there's a method to my madness, and so there's a ultimate reason to why I'm not doing it right now, and I will be able to do it in the future, and that will be awesome. But it's not the time right now, and I think giving back to my organization, my young professional organization, is more important currently, and trying to just build up people and make them understand that they can be leaders, and just building up people to go out into the greater New Orleans community and help build up others, just activating young professionals to activate our community. So I feel like that's a very important thing, and I'm not doing myself a disservice by concentrating on that first and foremost, because I have time to do other things. But that is why I feel like I'm not capable of being the best artist that I can be, like other people get the opportunity to do as artists, as 3D artists and all that stuff. So I'll continue to go on Instagram and be inspired by all these people constantly creating their art, and I look forward to the time when I am in that space to do that, and I feel like that's going to be an awesome experience. But if you have any questions about anything that I do or what I said in this video, please mention them in the comments. I would be more than willing to answer them. I'll see you next time.